I have root beer tonight, and I don't have that I could make a root beer float. I don't have a proper glass or mug. Let's say mug. Oh, how about a frosted mug? Okay, so a frosted mug is when a mug has condensation from a freezer. And then to make the root beer float, you scoop vanilla ice cream into the mug and then root beer on top. So I don't have the mug for that. Or if in case of Stanley mug or something that's like Stanley mug that's glass, I also don't have that with a lid and a straw. This is A&W root beer in honor of my dad figure. He was once driving me when I was a kid. I did the age of myself. I can't really say. Maybe, I don't know. It was still in my first house. It was before I was 12 years old. I don't know. He drove me around someplace I'm not familiar with, uh, not acquainted with. If I don't say the word familiar because I don't have a family, I guess it's a place I am not acquainted with. And there was an A&W root beer building. A&W, like a fast food restaurant, or is it a sit-down restaurant? I don't know because it was closed. Did they have a drive-through is maybe what Dad was looking for, but it was closed. So, do I still like A&W root beer? Yeah. I like that about my dad, that he tried to find the place at all. But Dad's maybe not in communication right now. Okay, this is plain low-fat milk. This is left over from today's chili. I made chili and I poured milk into the chili and I ate it and it was like creamy chili. It was pretty good. So that's what was left over. And this is vanilla milk, and that's what I wanted to feature for the root beer dreamsicle because I don't have that I can make a root beer float. Okay, let me start with that. I'll try and mix it a little. There's something in the bottom of the bowl. Should I leave it in the bowl? But I don't want it to drip when I'm drinking it. What do you do when you spill? I spilled a little in the bottom of the bowl. Okay. So I've not seen Dad for, I don't know, some years, but he's been to this apartment address. Yeah. I'm too old and the problem for what's wrong with it. So Dad didn't come in here because it's like too small in here and there's nowhere for him to sit down. He's not supposed to sit down. If you're a male and you have testicles, you're not supposed to sit on your testicles. My dad is a Whopenis. If he has any testicles, I don't know it because I'm not nice. What's wrong with my dad? Uh, when I was about 5 years old, he picked me up in the hallway on the first level, entry level of the house, and he kissed me straight on the mouth. Yeah, like, wah. It made me so angry. I was wondering if he knew he's not allowed to do that in God because I am myself. Yeah, well, it got worse. That's all I can tell you. I'm deceased out of formed because I was in the consumption of that. He did that, and I'm not allowed to spread that around to the rest of myself as though I am an STD. I'm gonna die because he did that, but I'm gonna die anyway. He didn't have to do that. Kiss me on the mouth in the hallway. Yeah. No, you can get out of my house. Dad still has the keys to my house. Well, he's not in my original house right now because there's a realtor. That never stopped him before if I'm a realtor of my own house and it's not for sale right now. So I moved, and I had I guess, I worked for a new house in the year 2000, And mom did not hand over the keys to myself, and dad did not hand over the keys to the new house to myself either. And he had keys. Yeah. What are the chances of that? That mom and dad both have keys to my house? No, let me say it another way. Mom and dad both have keys to the same house in Tucson, Arizona. And I don't have the keys to that house. Same dad who kissed me on the mouth when I was 5 years old. Same guy. When was he named? I don't know. He got a name. It's not Hans, it's Hans. Well, that's what mom called him. I call him dad, but I would not call him ever. I just got too old seeing the same person over and over in my house. I have photography on dad, but like from before I met himself. Yeah, I have a photo on him from before I met himself. And the photo is maybe supposed to be Howard Moser. And then when I met this dad the first time I saw him, maybe he didn't have a name. And then when I couldn't get him out of my house, I heard maybe he had the name Hans. And then after that, I heard mom call him Hans. But she's not mom to me without Cheryl. Because Cheryl's the one who calls her mom, or I wouldn't call her ever. Get out of my house. Your dad still sent this root beer. Yep, he did. Through Mitch. Mitch calls him dad. Cheryl calls him dad. I call him dad. But he's not the first photograph of my first day at work. And he is not Hans, Hans. So he's not dad that way. He's Hans. And I don't call him Hans because I wouldn't call him ever because you're not allowed in my house. I am not black. I am more than not black. I am myself deceased here, and I don't have leverage to have you in my house no matter how angry you are with yourself about yourself. I don't have leverage for you. I don't have anything to spare for you. I'm not here unless it's below 0. When I was alive, I was the size of a 3-year-old. I can't afford 3.5. I can't afford that you're here at all because I grew to be this big, but this is me having the name Becky, and that's the name of my overlord. And if I don't have a name at all, I don't actually grow. I got named and I grew. But I didn't name myself. I can't because I would not grow myself. I don't have leverage. The leverage would shrink myself. If I didn't have leverage and didn't have a name, I think I would go from 3.5 to 3 to 2.5 to 2 to 1.5 to 1 and disappear because I don't have leverage to be here. It's my overlord that's here, and the name's Becky, and I hold the leverage alive that way, and I move it as myself. But it's really true that I am deceased at the first sight of myself. You're not allowed to see me. You're not allowed in my house. And it's discovery for you. You're not really allowed in discovery because you're not myself. I do discovery. You can't do discovery and then go on Law and Order NBC and tell everyone you know what the law is for the laws of the land. You are not possibly having laws because law is if you have a dung genital. And Law and Order, I watch so many Law and Orders. All of them, maybe almost all of them, yeah. Because I was watching Law and Order. Who penises don't know how to have a dong genital, so you don't have law that way. I wanted to go to law school. I told my dad I wanted to go to law school, and he encouraged me by saying, "Yeah, go to law school because I paid for it already." He didn't laugh. He didn't laugh. I'm laughing here because I absolutely can't afford that I would have to go to law school just because he won't get out of my house. I don't have any sort of leverage to go to law school because dad won't get out of my house, and there's just no way to tell him to get out of my house. He's so much karma. You can't tell someone to get out. I can't tell him to get out because he made the whole country of Czechoslovakia all by himself. It's got new names now. You call it Czech Republic, or is it something else? I know that was a long time ago. And Slovakia, like it's split in half. So it was Czechoslovakia, and then it's split in half. The Czech Republic and Slovakia. And then that was a long time ago. So if it has another name now, that's still dad. Yeah. You're not allowed in my house because it's not just Czechoslovakia. That means you moved everything around the map. Emphasis Russia. Yeah. Okay, it was better before I added more milk. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to do that again. Well, I don't want to waste it. I thought I might like it. Is this about half? Okay. Yeah, I added too much. Well, okay. I want to use it up. I don't want to waste it. Yes, I want it to have full dreamsicle taste. Okay. So somebody gave me a map since I've known Charles Toe, and I want to tell what the year is that I received this book. It must have been like a book that so you can write in it, like for appointments or journal, or not journal because I didn't write in it. Well, I tried to save it because it had maps in there. So I don't have it now. Maybe not. Yeah, but I would have kept it because it had maps in there that, well, there's something wrong with me. I thought maybe I just didn't remember geography from eighth grade Stephan Middle School in Mequon, Wisconsin. I thought maybe I wasn't just remembering everything the way that it was and that it must have always been the same, but I just don't remember. And what I noticed about the map that was given to me by somebody named Jerry, Jerry, Sumerah, Sumerah, and he's Asian, and he doesn't speak enough English for me to have a talking. I just can't. I don't understand him mostly, so I don't speak around Jerry if I ever see him. But I heard he left Las Vegas. He brought me a map, world maps, and what I noticed about the maps that he gave me was the size of Russia was enormous. I don't remember Russia being that big, but my impression of Russia from eighth grade Stephan Middle School was that Russia was a country about the size of France. Yeah, but now I see Russia in the maps that Jerry gave me sometime would be before 2011 or 10. So it could have been like 2009, for example. the year 2009. So now it's 2025. That is a long time ago, huh? So is Russia, how big is Russia? Because that's the country I would be watching. If Charles Toe were here right now, I could ask him if he still has the maps from Jerry Samara. And it's in a black book. But Charles Toe is not here at the moment. Russia in Jerry Samara maps, Russia was as big as like Asia, China, but above China, above Mongolia, like all the way across. I don't remember that from elsewhere. Miss McNamara, you're my geography teacher. Oh, yes, you launched me into outer space, would have been much more economical. Thank you for the US passport I got the next year. Yes, Ms. McNamara, I got a US passport before I was old enough to sign for it and pay the fee myself. Ms. McNamara changed her last name during the year she taught me geography. And she said it was having to do with somebody, man from Le Peep restaurant in, so that would be Brown Deer, Milwaukee County, Wisconsin. Wisconsin. So what did she change her last name to? I don't remember, but I remember the restaurant. I went to eat there around the time she said that, but I don't own the restaurant myself. No, I would eat there, but I don't own it. I wonder, did I go there once or more than once? It was at least once. Yeah, I would eat there again. Oh, yeah. But I don't remember what I ate there because that was a long time ago. So I'm 48 years old right now, Ms. McNamara. Geography class, you do not give me money for my future because you tell everybody where everything is on the map and gave me a passport. Oh, well, I should have gone back to Stephen Middle School, but I wasn't driving at the time. And I should have looked for Ms. McNamara and said, Ms. McNamara, Grandma Rose wants to take me on a trip to Europe. And it would be on a cruise ship that stops in 4 different places, countries. Yeah, so I just want you to know that the cruise ship is going by 4 different countries. So it's Spain, Italy, France, and Greece. Do I have your permission to go? Because I do know where Spain, Italy, France, and Greece are on the map because of you. But I would know because I'm educated, but this is geography. It's formal. Yeah. Now I know where everything is on the map because of you, Ms. McNamara. She's light colored hair, almost maybe light brown or blonde. Light brown, maybe? Or blonde? It's light color hair. Yeah, I really liked her as a teacher. What else did she teach besides geography? Because that was not the whole year, right? It was not a whole year. It took, I don't know, some time. And then what else was she teaching? I need Ms. McNamara to give me money for my passport. And then I need her to say, Mom, Dad, maybe Becky doesn't have to travel alone with this passport because it has a last name on it, so she shouldn't have to travel alone. And then Ms. McNamara owes me a house. And she needs to tell my parents where I am and tell them that I'm okay. What's wrong with it? You're loitering, but I need the keys because the passport is stamped. I had to get my passport stamped just to be, it was a contest to see if I could hold it, to see if you would let me back into the United States. And it's a passport, and I'm definitely homeless that way. I'm homeless. You don't want to let me back in the United States if I don't have my passport. And you won't call anyone for me. You would leave me outside of customs in the United States as an American. I don't know. Do you put me in jail for that? Well, no one's coming to get me out of jail if it's homeless from that I don't have my passport trying to re-enter the United States. Ms. McNamara, can I call you? Ms. McNamara is tall. I was reaching full height at the time. I had her as a teacher. I was about 14 years old, between 15, I would turn 15 in another school. That was Homestead High School. I turned 15 over there. So it was 14 at Stephan Middle School. And I was between maybe 5 feet 5 inches tall and 5 feet 6 inches tall, somewhere in there, growing. And Ms. McNamara, I think she's taller than I am. Yeah. Yeah, Ms. McNamara, I have a report for you. So now I'm not that tall. I'm not tall enough to be a 14-year-old in your class. Well, I shrunk this year, maybe. Say it's this year. Okay, about this year. I don't know, because it's shrunk. I didn't really see it happen. It must have happened while I was sleeping. While I was asleep. So the height is now between 2 and 3 inches shorter estimate, but that's not really, I can't really measure it because it's not alive. So it's just that I don't have full height, and I do have leverage on that. My first appearance in alive to myself, that I do have that informed, that I don't need to eat the first plate of food in front of me. So I'd be like the size of a 3.5-year-old body, but it's a Godhead. And I don't survive in that body more than 30 days. And I do have that in leverage right now. With myself is shrunk in height. So I'm not true that I am this tall or anything really. It's not really truly here. It's almost time to go. Who's the master of the universe? It's me. But I am not the master of your Whopenis universe. Whopenises do in Africa. So I don't say I'm the master of the universe, but I'm about to move it all. Even though you Whopenises try to run the world, you don't have what it takes to end alive in my place. You think you're over me, you take away everything that moves. You don't believe in me as the master of the universe. You think there is none higher than Whopenis. But you are Whopenises, and I'm about to turn off alive. I'm about to decease alive, so it's not alive anymore. And you cannot replace me in that place. You cannot turn off alive for me and take over the rest of the universe and take over the rest of the Supreme, because you didn't believe in me, and then you can have everything that was mine to myself, and you can take over. You are still in genitals. You have a penis, but that's what you are eating. This is what you said to me. I'm Whopenis. I don't believe in you. You're not master of the universe to me. Have you heard of Jesus? Yeah. Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus is going to save me. Who are you? Maybe you should go to church. Maybe you should see a psychiatrist. And maybe you should tell your landlord that you don't like certain things around the apartment. If anything breaks, you need to tell your landlord. That's what you Whopenis thinks. And that's what you say. If I tell you I'm master of the universe and I'm about to end all of alive of the formed world, I'm going to end it with my leverage. You're going to tell me, yeah, well, you need to tell your landlord if you don't like something about your apartment that they should fix it for you. And make sure you pay your landlord by the first of the month every month. How much do you owe your landlord every month? $1,200. Yeah, well, that's what you have to pay. What are you? You have a penis. You talk over your penis. Nonsense. You don't have a plan for the master of the universe needs to end all of alive. You don't have a plan for that. This world is number 17. It's world number 17 in leverage. And you need to end the leverage of 17 worlds alive here. In this world number 17 alive needs to end in deceased. So it's not alive anymore. You need to move the Supreme. You need to move Superior Founder so it's not alive anymore. And then it goes into afterlife. You as Whopenises must do that. You don't believe in me. If you don't believe in me with all of yourself and your penis, you need to shut off alive and move it to the afterlife, and you get up in my face in the afterlife and tell me that you take over myself now. You and your penis. No, you don't have to. Can you just say no to that too? Just say, you're angry. What are you angry about? You're not master of the universe. You're not angry. You're not myself. You're not yourself. You're not important. You're not yourself. Whopenis, talking over your penis. You don't know what's wrong with you. After 45 years of alive of this world of penis, you don't know what's wrong with you. How dare you say I am not master of the universe? I am more than that. I am supreme. You are Whopenis commentator doing Africa, barefoot, nude,